What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here today with another rebuild here on NBA 2K24, as today we're going to be doing the Houston Rockets. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're now on the road to 50,000 subs, and YouTube tells me about 60% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall into that 60%, want to change that and help us get to that 50K goal as soon as possible, be greatly appreciated. Other than that, with that all being said, as I told you guys, we're rebuilding the Rockets today. So I'm gonna be honest with you, wasn't a big fan of the Rockets offseason. The Rockets, to me, have one of the better young cores in the NBA, but now they've added a bunch of vets that are going to take minutes away from those guys. It's fine if you're going to add like some vets to like come off the bench or whatever, like Pistons maybe did with like Bojan Bogdanovic as an example. But you went out there and paid Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet. I know they had to use cap space, I believe, because of a rule, but it does take away, in my opinion, from like Amin Thompson and also Tari Eason, Cameron Whitmore. Like, you're gonna have to start Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet, which is why I wasn't the biggest fan of them doing this, but it's all good at the end of the day, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it'll take care of itself eventually. I feel like these guys are just really talented. I would have loved to have just seen the Rockets just like start these young guys all immediately. That was what I would have preferred to see, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rotation. So this is what we got: Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., Albert Sengun, Tari Eason, Kevin Porter Jr. Obviously, right now, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with him in real life, so I'm not really sure what to do with him because obviously he's still on the team technically. I know he's away from the team, and I know the Rockets have tried to trade him, but nothing has happened from it. So I'm not totally sure what to do with him. I think I'll just put him on a suspension, I guess, and then we'll do that. So for year number one, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I think in the offseason, we'll try to trade him away for something. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and put a suspension on Kevin Porter Jr. in a second. But I do want to get Cameron Whitmore minutes this year as well. Or I guess I could send him to the G League technically, since he's a 74 overall. I don't really want to do that, though. I'm going to play him. So we're going to go ahead and put a suspension on Kevin Porter Jr. real quick. And then let's look at the rotation together. So without Kevin Porter Jr. in this rotation, here's what it's looking like. Starting five stays the same. Bench changes up just a little bit. They have like Tate, Jeff Green in here now, Amin Thompson, of course, Reggie Bullock, then Tari Eason. And then obviously you still have Cameron Whitmore out here. I think I would love to play Cameron Whitmore, but honestly, at the same time, I don't think we're going to be very good this year anyway. And imagine we can have a not a Kevin Porter Jr., but a Cameron Whitmore out of the G League. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it. So we're going to have Cameron Whitmore playing the G League this year, and we're just going to simulate this season and see how things go. I don't plan on stopping at the trade deadline for anything. I eventually want to trade away Fred VanVleet and Brooks and just start all the young guys. That's kind of what I want to do in this video eventually. I am also going to move Tari Eason to the 3 because I don't want him maybe to be the long-term starting small forward here. Not Dillon Brooks necessarily. So we're going to do that. And then I think that's all we're going to do for year number one. So Tari Eason will still come off the bench for Brooks, but we're going to leave this the way it is. And then I'm going to simulate to the end of the season. We're going to see how things go. So hopefully things go fairly well, but I'm not expecting much here in this first season. Obviously, there's some mix of vets and young guys here, so I don't really know what the record's going to be, but we'll see what happens. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop, and with basketball right around the corner, we're in the midst of the preseason now. There's no better time than to sign up for PrizePicks. It imbues your gaming and our watching experience just tenfold. Basically, how it works. And I will tell you right now, they pretty much have almost like every sport you can imagine. They have hockey, they have esports, they have obviously NBA season, props right now as well. If you wanted to go, bet on some season props, and they got NFL, of course, baseball, like literally they got a bunch of different things. But basically how it works is you choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your money. And all you do is pick the stat that they show you, and you go over or under on the stat. You don't have to play anybody else. It's you against the projections. It's that simple. If they had like some actually NBA, preseason props, I would show you. But right now they have these seasons props up that if you think Anthony Davis is going to average 25.5 points per game, choose the over. If you think it's going to be less than that, choose the under. It's that simple. Basically, it's you against the numbers. That's all it is. So if you want to go ahead and sign up for PrizePicks, like I said, it's a great time right now with the NBA season coming around the corner. I have a link down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. The tool I've been using on the NFL season so far is DGS Fantasy Optimizer and also their correlation tool. Basically, they do the math for you. You don't even really have to think about anything. You don't even have to watch a sport. They put all the props in front of you, and they basically tell you what's profitable long term. So they're saying right now, this is on CSGO. They got over 31.5. They say that has a over 55% chance to hit. But sometimes you'll get some on here that are like 60 and above. Sometimes I've even seen like 70% or above. And then one thing I actually really love using is a correlation tool. Correlation has been a lot of fun to use. Basically, you put in a slip that's just like really correlated and profitable. And I've had some really good ones on here. So if you want to sign up for DGF's fantasy tool, that is also down in the link in the description below. So go ahead and use my code over there as well. Other than that, though, thank you to Prize Picks and DGF for sponsoring this video. At the end of year one, Giannis wins MVP. Vic is your rookie of the year. Chris Paul, 6-man. Claxton, defensive player. Paul Reed, most improved. And Morant, clutch player of the year. Nick Nurse, coach of the year. So obviously, if you couldn't already tell, we didn't make the playoffs or anything like that. Amon Thompson does make an all-rookie first team, though. 2K just released an update and said that they fixed the all-rookie teams not having enough players, but that's not true. It's still only 2 players here, but I know it's probably because guys aren't playing enough minutes, but whatever. So we are currently looking like this. Here is your player stats. You had 20 points from Jalen Green, 14 from Şengün, and then only 14 for Fred VanVleet. I'm sure his shot tendency was down low, but if you're making $40 million and only scoring 14 points per game, that's not ideal. Amon Thompson had 12 points off the bench, literally almost averaged the same as Fred VanVleet, and he's obviously making a lot less. So there is definitely some aspirations to trade Fred VanVleet this offseason. Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., and Dylan Brooks all also with 11. So let's go ahead and see how these playoffs go and see who wins the championship. And then obviously we can get in the offseason. Our pick is top 4 protected. So if we do land in the top 4, that would be really cool. We get to add another young piece of the puzzle here. But if we don't, it's fine because obviously we have enough young guys as it is. So here's what your retirements look like. Let's go straight to the lottery. So are we even projected to be in the top 4? And we are projected right in. Actually, that's Brooklyn's pick. Our pick is projected to be number 5. So in theory, we could get lucky here and get Brooklyn's pick and our own pick if our pick happens to fall in the top 4. So let's see if we get that lucky. And the Thunder via Houston, we get it back. That's awesome. Although that Brooklyn pick fell down. But yes, Rockets pick in real life is top 4 protected. So we actually get that pick from the Thunder. And then we also have a 7th overall pick. So we have 2 young players we can add to this team, which is honestly amazing. So obviously, if I was going to draft anybody in this draft, I'm not sure who I would take. I think I'd take one of the big men, I think I'd do that. Because obviously, as much as I like Collier, I've had him in a couple of videos already. And obviously, I do like the ceiling of Amon Thompson. So I think we go, I mean, I guess if Collier's at 7, then maybe we have to take him. We'll see. But let's go straight to staff signings. So I'm not going to fire Ime Udoka after a disappointing season. I didn't really expect too much anyway. So we're going to go ahead and fill out this coaching staff. And I think the first step for me is let's get rid of Fred VanVleet, man. I think we got to find a home for him because I have no aspirations of keeping him with Amon Thompson waiting in the shadows of him. So I'm going to talk to the Nets about Fred VanVleet going to them. If I can get 2 picks or even just 1 from them and I take Ben Simmons' contract on, I think this would be ideal. They want, or not doing that. I'm not giving up picks. I'll take a 2027 Philly pick if that's what it takes. Just like that. We get rid of Fred VanVleet for a first round pick. That's fine with me. Philadelphia might implode as well in real life. So I think that'd be an ideal trade. And then we also still need to trade Kevin Porter Jr. here. But Ben Simmons, he may not play all that much or he'll just kind of sit in the background. We'll see. But let's jump in the draft. So obviously I have to go get my pick back from the Thunder as well. So I'm going to go do that really quickly and I'll see you guys on draft night. So jumping straight into the draft, let's go ahead and see how this number 1 pick goes. It's going to be Adam, which I would have loved, but I think I'm okay with taking Alex Sarr here. Obviously we could take like Proctor, Castleton, but I'm going to take Alex Sarr with number 2. We get a nice backup big or a starting big in the future if we need to. So I'm going Alex Sarr here with number 2, and then we'll see what we get at number 7. So far in the draft, you have Ron Holland going to the Spurs. You have Proctor going to the Wizards. Buzelis going to the Pistons, and then Hornets grabbing Castleton. So technically speaking, we still have Collier on the board, or we could take Justin Edwards as well. So part of me obviously would just take Collier because he's the better player, and I know how much he progresses. But on the other hand, I have had him in a bunch of a couple of videos already. So I'm trying not to bore you guys with the same prospects. So I think instead of taking Collier, do I just take Collier and not overthink it? Do I just take him? I don't know. I've just had him in a couple of videos, which is why I don't want to do it. I'm going to take Justin Edwards. I'm going to change it up today. I know Collier is definitely the better player here, but just to not bore you guys with the same, prospects all the time, we're going to go Justin Edwards. And I understand if you're upset with that, but I'm just trying to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to draft Booker in the 2nd round, and then we'll call it a day. So we get Alex Sarr, Justin Edwards, and then Booker. We also got Rolando early, but I'm not going to sign him. Player options, we have Jabari, Tari Eason. I'm okay with declining Jayshawn Tate and Jeff Green. Not bringing either of them back, most likely, so we'll go ahead and do that. And qualifying offers, Hudgens and Darius Days, obviously not too concerned about them. As far as free agency is concerned, obviously we could go out there and sign a mid-level exception player if we want, but Amon Thompson did get hurt, so he was out for the season, which is fine, but he should be back for this next season. And then Jalen Green. So Amin Thompson, Jalen Green is the backcourt I'm really excited for. Then Tari Eason, we have Dylan Brooks, we have Justin Edwards, and Kim Whitmore coming from the G League. And we also have, Jabari, Xavier Booker, and then Alperen Sengun, Ben Simmons, and Alex Sarr. So we definitely have a nice center rotation. I'm also going to go ahead and move Justin Edwards to the 4. Actually, I'm not going to. He goes down like crazy. Whitmore goes down like crazy. So never mind. We're not moving anybody to the 4. We'll just have both these guys, play some minutes in the rotation. And then Ben Simmons, I guess we could technically move to the backup 4 if we wanted to, which we could do that. So we might do that. He can be our backup power forward or whatever. So he'll back up Jabari. We'll have Sarr back up Sengun. And we'll have, Brooke, or we're probably going to trade Brooks if we can. And then Edwards, Cameron Whitmore. Or we could slide Brooks over the 2. I don't know if he would go down like crazy. He goes down to a 77. I'm okay with it. I'm going to keep Brooks as the 2. I'm not going to get rid of him really quickly. I want to kind of just run this rotation the way it is right now. I'm not going to sign one in free agency either. I guess we could sign a backup point guard just because Kevin Porter Jr., I don't really plan on playing him in this video at all. So I'm going to sign Trey Mann to a 1-year deal. He'll be our backup point guard for this season, and that will be our offseason. So I'm looking forward to progression and seeing how good it is. So let's go straight to player progression, and let's see how it's looking. So player progression, we're going to have Jalen Green up to an 88, Sengun up to an 84, Jabari up to an 83, Amin Thompson up to an 80, and then 79, 78, 77, 77, 77. So yeah, it's looking really good. It's looking really good. So let's take a look at a rotation going into year number 2. I'm pretty optimistic about this potentially being a play-in season for us because, 2K loves their young rosters. They just do. The young rosters really, really successful in the simulation. So let's see how things are looking after we load this draft class. I'm looking forward to looking at this rotation. So I'm feeling good. Let's get straight into it. So here's your rotation going to year number 2. Power ranking is going to land us all the way at 12, but here's what it's looking like. So you have Amin Thompson, Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Jabari, and Sengun. Again, I love this young core that the Rockets have. Really, really solid. Terrence Mann, Brooks is a veteran off the bench, Justin Edwards, Alex Sarr, and then Ben Simmons. So that still leaves Whitmore out of the rotation, which I don't love. I actually want to play him this year. So if I have to move Ben Simmons out of the rotation, I'm more than okay with doing that. So we're going to do this, and we'll run this 10-minute rotation for this season. Maybe we stop at the trade deadline to trade Dylan Brooks away to give, Cameron Whitmore a few minutes. That is definitely a possibility. But for now, we're going to leave things the way they are. I also want to look at shot tendencies because Jalen Green obviously is going to score a bunch. Jabari, I want to really break out this year as well if possible. So I'm going to push him up even above Amin Thompson, but I do love Amin Thompson being at 84. But I'm going to have these 3 guys kind of be my big 3 if possible. So I'm going to see you guys either at the trade deadline or at the end of year 2. Just kind of depends how things are going. At the trade deadline, we are going to go ahead and trade away Dylan Brooks and a 2nd-round pick over to the Miami Heat for a 1st-round pick of 2029. We take on Robinson, expiring contract. I believe next year is a team option, so we can decline that. We get off Brooks' contract. Obviously Miami gets themselves a good perimeter defender. And the main reason why we're doing this is we're giving Whitmore more opportunities here, which is a big reason for this. So he's also starting at the 3 right now, which is really good because Eason is hurt at the moment. But obviously when Eason is back, that will change. And then Sengun, once he's back, that'll change some things as well. But yeah, we ultimately give Cameron Whitmore more freedom here, which was the ultimate goal of trading Dylan Brooks away. And we get a pick out of it. So really can't complain. But right now we're 25 and 25 on the dot. So we'll go ahead and see how the rest of the season goes. But I'm feeling really good about how things are going so far. At the end of year 2, Jokic wins MVP. Collier wins Rookie of the Year. The Pacers did not care that they have Halliburton. They went ahead and took Collier. Chris Paul, 6th man. Giannis, Defensive Player. Scoot, Most Improved. And Donovan Mitchell, Clutch Player of the Year. And Bickerstaff is your Coach of the Year. So I can't imagine we have any Rockets representatives here. Maybe Jalen Green makes it once here eventually, but I don't see it yet. And then Alex Sarr does not make an All-Rookie 1st team. And he doesn't make an All-Rookie 2nd team either. So that's somewhat disappointing, but it's all good. So we ended up being not in a plan, which really sucks. So let's go take a look at the player stats. We had 23 from Jalen Green, 18 from Jabari, which is great to see, 14 from Sengun, and then 13 from Amin Thompson. Did get hurt again. Trey Mann with 11, and then Whitmore had 10, 9 from Easton, Doug Robinson with 8, and Edwards also had 8. But I'm not really too concerned yet, obviously. There's time for us. There's not that big of a deal. We have a young window, so we're fine. Let's go ahead and see who wins the championship really quick, as we're going to have the Cavs and the Grizzlies. The Cavaliers are going to beat the Grizzlies in 6 games. So straight to, retirements. LeBron James is going to retire a Spur. Chris Paul, a Warrior. Let's go straight to the lottery. So as far as draft lottery is concerned, we are here once again, actually via the Brooklyn Nets. And then we're projected the Washington Wizards pick. I'm pretty sure that actually has some protections on it. Obviously, if we get the #1 pick, it'd be great to add Cooper Flag to this mix. But I'm pretty positive that Wizards pick is protected. So it is going to be number 2. Oh, that's Brooklyn's pick. Wow. We have the #2 overall pick again. That's insane. So we're gonna have the number 2 overall pick. I believe Brooklyn was projected. That's crazy. So that was a pick swap. So they get our pick at number 8. And then as far as the Rockets are concerned, or number 5, sorry. As far as the Wizards are concerned, I'm gonna have to double check, but I'm like almost 99% positive this pick is protected, so we don't actually get that 5th overall pick. But regardless, we got the number 2 overall pick. So we get to add another young piece to this puzzle, or if we wanted to, could make a big trade since we're going to probably miss out on Cooper Flag, but we'll see. We'll see. So obviously we could come out of this draft with potentially one guy other than Cooper Flag, but I feel like if it's not Cooper Flag, then do I really want it? Because we have enough young players as it is, in my personal opinion. So instead, we're going to go for something different. And it's not often the number 2 pick is traded, obviously, but Houston feels like a team that wants to compete as soon as possible. That's why they went out inside like Fred VanVleet, Brooks, and everything that they did this offseason. And they want to be good. So I have an idea. And here's my idea. So let's go take a look at the team that we are looking at. Because if I'm going to trade number 2 overall pick, I want someone really, really good, right? And that guy, for me, is none other than Anthony flippin' Edwards. If I can get Anthony Edwards with the number 2 overall pick being involved, we do it. Minnesota has struggled. Edwards has officially requested a trade. I believe I've gotten Edwards in one of the other videos, but he is just so nice. You do it each and every time, right? Like, don't even think twice about it. So Anthony Edwards would be my dream scenario if I'm trading the number 2 overall pick, and I'm more than okay with doing it. I feel like there's a night, obviously Minnesota could continue to struggle. Edwards could get frustrated with the situation, and Houston could be offering the best package with number 2 being involved. Minnesota has to jump on it. So we offer number 2 and also Kevin Porter Jr.'s salary because we're going to need salary in this trade. And then I will also throw you I'll throw you Justin Edwards because Justin Edwards may not get enough opportunity here with Tari Eason and Cameron Whitmore. And obviously we're adding Edwards to this equation as well. Kevin Porter Jr. and Edwards, number 2. And then also I'll throw you like this Nets pick in the future as well for Edwards. They do not agree to that. Even with all that being thrown in there, they say no. So we still got to, up our offer a little bit. Jock Landale, it gets it done. Just like that, Anthony Edwards is a Houston Rocket, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to the team, Anthony Edwards. Obviously, that might create a little bit of a logjam, but I got this figured out. Edwards, 6'4". I could move him to the 3, which will have us be actually even better. I have a better idea. We can move Amin Thompson, who's 6'7", to small forward, and Edwards or Jalen Green could play some point guard. It'll be obviously not like the best situation, but Amin Thompson, of course, could handle the ball at the 3. So it's really not that big of a deal at the end of the day. We got it all figured out. So I'm feeling good. I jump in the draft. I don't even think we have a pick anymore, so I'm not even worried about the draft anymore. But yeah, we have a really nice. And then Cooper Flag did go number 1 overall. As I said, if it wasn't Cooper Flag, I'm not really sure if there was anybody in this draft that I really wanted. So welcome to the team, Anthony Edwards. I'm not worried about like Harper or anything like that. I'm gonna decline my 2nd round pick. The player options, Robinson, I'm gonna decline, and then we'll have Jabari, Eason, Amin Thompson, Whitmore, Booker, all back in their qualifying are on their options, and then offers. Şengün's a free agent, and so is Jalen Green. So that's pretty important. Trey Mann, obviously wouldn't mind bringing him back either. So obviously Jalen Green has to be paid. We're about to spend a lot of money here, but we do have cap space, which is good. But obviously we have a lot of guys on rookie contracts, so that is why. But I'm gonna offer Şengün extension as well. So we keep all of them. Ben Simmons, I'm okay with moving on from, but Trey Mann, I'll try to keep around if possible. I don't know how much he was asking for. We don't have his bird rights according to 2K, but we should be able to get him back. How much is he asking for? That's a good question. So he is out here asking for 12 million. Apparently I can't give it to him, so whatever. So we have Amin Thompson, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Kevin Whitmore. We have Jabari, Booker, and then we have Şengün, Alex Sarr. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna move Thompson to the 3. He even goes up to 1 overall, and I'll move Green or Edwards to point guard. I mean, either one. I'll move Edwards to point guard, whatever. So obviously it's not gonna matter too much. But Amin Thompson's going to handle the ball at the 3 more. Then Eason and Cameron Whitmore will be like our rotational forwards. Obviously, we can move Eason to the 4 if we need to. He does go down like 2 overall, but it's fine. So we'll do that. So we'll have Eason be that backup 4, and then we'll have Sarr, Şengün. And then I think we still need to sign like a couple good players in free agency. So I'm assuming Trey Mann might come back as qualifying offer. If we can get like a good backup 5. Actually, we need a good backup guard first. So we're going to sign... let's sign Melton. I mean, you can never go wrong with signing like a D'Anthony Melton. So we'll sign D'Anthony Melton, and I'll hope that Trey Mann is able to come back as qualifying offer. And then we're going to sign a 3rd string center. Ben Simmons, I can bring him back on a cheap deal as well. We can move him to center or power forward, whichever one, as a nice little 3rd string veteran here. And then we'll go like Omer Yurt 7 as like a third string guy as well. So we'll have some nice depth. And then Trey Man, if he's able to come back, that would be ideal as well. But I'm not sure if it's going to grant me that. We'll see. So Trey Man is back as qualifying offers. That's huge. So you have Jalen Green up to a 90. Anthony Edwards, or 91, sorry. Anthony Edwards stays in a 90, but that's fine. Jabari 87, and then 85, 83, 81. So yeah, I think adding Anthony Edwards to this equation should make us a contender. I mean, not even just a playoff team. We should ultimately be a contender with adding Edwards to this equation, in my personal opinion. But let's take a look at the rotation on how things are going to look. I feel really good about our depth. I feel good about our rotation. Balance is at 4.5. So this is what it's looking like. We're going to go 9-man rotation as well. So it's going to be Anthony Edwards, Jalen Green, Amin Thompson, Jabari, Shingun, Tari Eason, Alex Sarr, Cameron Whitmore, and Trey Man. And that's going to leave, Melton, Ben Simmons, Omar, all out of the rotation. But that is really, really good depth to have if we need them for injuries. So I'm going to see you guys at the end of year 3. I fully expect to be like a top 3 seed in the West. Hopefully that happens. We'll see what happens, though. So at the end of year 3, Ja Morant wins MVP, Harper Rookie of the Year. So the guy we decided not to draft with our second overall pick averages 19 points per game. Did we take an L? I don't think so. We have Edwards, right? Asar Thompson, Amin Thompson's brother, wins 6th Man of the Year. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player. Franz Wagner wins Most Improved in Charlotte. And then Brandon Miller, Clutch Player of the Year. So Mark, Coach of the Year, and John Murphy is your executive. So here's your NBA first team. Not looking too bad. All NBA second team and all NBA third team. All offense first team and all defensive second team. And then all rookie teams, which doesn't matter to us at all. So we ended up being the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. So I feel really good about that. Obviously, that's kind of what I was expecting this year. Yeah, 26 from Jalen Green, 21 from Anthony Edwards, 19 from Jabari, 16.5 from Amin Thompson, 12 from Shingun, and 11 from Whitmore, 9 from Eason, 7.5 for Trey Man, and 7 from Peyton Pritchard, who found his way on our team, I guess, as well. So here's what it's looking like going into the playoffs. Let's see how we do. Hopefully, we're able to go very far. So the Grizzlies in round 1, we have Ja Morant, Bane, David Roddy, Jaren Jackson, Brandon Clark, Smart, Darius Baisley, Zaire Williams, Santi Aldama, and Terrence Davis. Similarly, current round, Amin Thompson fully healthy. We should be able to beat this Grizzlies team, but it is a close series so far. So here's game 5 here in Houston. Let's see if we can take out the Grizzlies, man. I believe they made it to the finals last year, so obviously have our work cut out for us, but we are definitely going toe-to-toe with them and put up a good fight. So if we can close this one out, which we're barely not going to be able to, 120 to 110, that would have been huge to get that one, but we got to win a game 6 to force a game 7 back to Houston, and it's not looking good for us, and looks like the Grizzlies are about to run away with this. So unfortunately for us, this year, it's a wash. We get eliminated by the Grizzlies in 6, sorry. So unfortunately, we ran into the team that won the championship got to the finals last year, and they made it back to the conference finals. You got the Thunder and the Hawks. The Thunder are going to go on to win the championship. I mean, this offseason is fairly simple for me. Keep the rotation the same and just run it back. I think that's what we're going to do. Lottery time. We may have a draft pick from somebody, but I'm not really worried about adding another rookie to this team. We don't. Houston even has our Oklahoma City even has our pick. So Ime Udoka, I'm still fine with keeping him, although the production hasn't been there in the playoffs, but we've only been there once. So I'm not going to fire him after 1 year. Obviously, he's a pretty good respected head coach. Obviously, Boston ended in a weird way. But let's go to player options. Let's go ahead and see how things are looking here. So obviously I know we're gonna have some huge contracts to give out. So Thompson, Whitmore, we got Booker, Eason, Jabari. So I do want all 3 of them back. I don't know how much Jabari is gonna ask for. We're about to get pretty expensive here soon. Eason's not asking for much, so that really helps, but Jabari's asking for quite a bit. No surprise there. So we're gonna wait till the last day to offer them contracts because we got to try to make it as cheap as we possibly can. So that is kind of what we're going for here. So let's go to day 11 and see what they're asking for now. So Tari Eason on a 3-year, $15 million deal doesn't hurt me too much. Jabari, it's going to be expensive, but we got to get him back. So we're going to sign both of them to extensions. We'll have them back. So that's taken care of there. Booker's back as qualifying offer. And then you have Shingun, Thompson, Sarr, Whitmore, all up and overall. So again, simply just running it back. No changes here. I feel pretty good about rotation. We're only going to keep getting better. So hopefully this year translates to a, Western Conference appearance or even a championship. And funny enough, we're also a 5-star proficiency with this team, literally 5 stars. So does that mean we go 82-0? Probably not, but it is a really, really solid team. So expecting a good record here. Shingun gets hurt immediately, which really sucks, but I will see you guys at the end of, I believe, year 4 at this point. I'm expecting big things this year. Hopefully we can get like that first seed in the West and not have to worry about anybody too tough right away like we did with Memphis. At the end of the season, Luka wins MVP, Larry Toscano Rookie of the Year, Trae Young 6-man in Portland. That is very bizarre. I don't think I would ever imagine seeing that, but I didn't imagine Scoot would ever be a Blazer either, so I guess anything is possible. Evan Mobley Defensive Player, Collier wins Most Improved, obviously out, absolutely going off, no surprise there. Zion Clutch Player of the Year, and Ime Udoka Coach of the Year as we went 61 and 21. So 5-star proficiency, what do you know, led to really good things in the regular season. No Rockets representatives here on the All-NBA teams, but Edwards does make an all-defensive second team, which is cool. But we are the first seed in the West, so obviously I expect big thing this year. Jalen Green is hurt at the moment, but Edwards averaged 25 alongside him. Jabari with 19. 17 from Amon Thompson, 14 from Whitmore, and then 14 from Şengün, 10 from Eason, 6 from Sar with 7 rebounds and a block. And then Chris Dunn also got some minutes as well, I guess. But here's rotation. Jalen Green will be back soon. Melton should be back soon, and Whitmore. How long is Whitmore out? I'm not even sure. He is out day-to-day, so he should be back. He broke his arm, I guess. Let's see. Whitmore's fully back, so we are fully healthy going to the playoffs. We can't Memphis again. Of course we do. Why would we not? So if we get eliminated by Memphis again, I'm going to be pretty upset. Somebody curl around against them this time around. Let's see if somebody curl around works for us, and we are going to beat them in 5. So take care of them, and now get the Blazers. So the Blazers... they have Scoot, Sharp, Baldwin, Robert Williams, Ayton, and Trae Young. And Simons. Wow, a very, very good team. A team that kind of makes no sense because Robert Williams and Ayton, they're at the 4 and the 5 spot. I'm not sure about it unless Ayton's going to start shooting more threes. And I don't know if this is ever going to work, but I guess we'll see. Sharp, Scoot, Trae Young, Simons. I mean, like, they have a starting backcourt off the bench. Like, it's kind of weird. Why is Trae Young on this team? I'm curious. He's got to be making like a minimum contract. He's making $10 million to go play for Portland. Yeah, don't ever see that happening, but, you know, 2K is 2K. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, go up 3-1. Let's go. Come on, Game 5. Take care of them, win the West Conference Finals. Let's go. Now get the Oklahoma City Thunder. We have Shea, Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet, who played yesterday, and then Casey Wallace, Cody Williams, Andrew Nembhard, Carter Bryant. Game 1 goes to us. Beat them by 28. 31 from Edwards. Game 2, 2-0. We could beat the Thunder in 4. I'm about to say, if we were beating the Thunder in 4, we're chilling. But, of course, it's going to get interesting here. Huge Game 5. Huge Game 5. I said I want to make it to the West Conference Finals, and we did just that. But, obviously, the dream here is to win a championship. So, let's see if we can do just that. We went all in on Anthony Edwards. Let's take advantage of this. So, 9-point lead. And we keep the lead here. Boom. We beat them 120-128 to win a huge Game 5. But now we got to win Game 6. So, advantage goes to us. Game 6, we start off the first quarter hot, but we let them even it up in the second. Third quarter, it's back and forth. Fourth quarter, close game. It looks like they might have us here unless we close it out here at the end. Close game at the end. We take the lead at the end, maybe? Very, very close. Wow, we tie it up. We do lose game 6. All right, huge Game 7 back in Houston. We're going to go, obviously shrink this rotation as much as possible. Do we shrink this to an 8-man rotation? I think we do. I think we go 8-man rotation. We don't mess around here. Huge Game 7. Let's make sure we just blow them out here, man. And first quarter is going to go to them. Second quarter, third quarter, we got to close the gap. It's a close game, so very close game. We take the lead back here. Very close. We take it. Okay, keep it. Keep the lead. Keep the lead and run with it. Oh, so back and forth right now. 105-102. Close the gap here. 107, 102, 105. Close game. We're down 2. I think we go ahead, jump in, and watch the rest. So let's go ahead and watch the rest of this game. 109 and 107. This is our playoff lives on the line. The Thunder have the ball. I am not going to play this out because I know if I play this out, I'm going to choke. I'm just going to let 2K handle this. So here we go. We're going to have Shea with the ball. Anthony Edwards is on him. I like this matchup for us. Let's see if Edwards can get a stop. Chet's going to get a screen here. Shea is going to get the ball. He's going to take Edwards. And Shea's trying to do something. Edwards takes him down. And he's going to play some good defense. Jabari is going to handle the ball up the court. Jabari might take it all the way. Just kidding. He stops. He's going to pass it to Amon Thompson. Thompson is going to get a screen. No, he's going to pass it to Edwards. Edwards pump fakes. He's going to take... that's Andrew Nembhard. And we miss it. Wow, that was a really good look as well. We needed that. We're only down 2. Chet's taking it all the way. He's going to pass it to Casey Wallace. He's going to pass it out to Chet for a mid-range. Chet is going to knock it down. We're down 4. 1:40 left on the clock. That's not ideal. Let's see what Edwards is going to do this time around. We had a nice open layup, and he missed it. Let's see. He's going to back it down to Sar. Sar's got a nice lane. What are you doing, Sar? Holy moly. Why did we shoot that? I have no idea. He had a nice little dunk if he wanted it, and instead he shoots that. Okay, we're down 2 again. All we need is a stop here. Shea's going to take Edwards all the way. Edwards plays great defense, but Shea gets the board. Good defense again. We get the board this time. Wow, that was close. Jabari's going to take it all the way up. Going to get Edwards in the corner. No, he's not. He's going to take Josh Giddey off the block. He's going to take it and get fouled. Huge shooting foul here. Jabari needs to make both of these to tie this game up. And he is going to knock down the first one. Needed that. Let's see if we can knock down the second one. And he is going to do just that. So it's a tie ball game. 111, 111. Shea's got the ball. Edwards is playing great defense on Shea so far. He's made a miss the last 3 shots. All right, let's see what Edwards is going to do this time around. Shea's going to get a screen from Chet. Nice little screen. And Shea had a really nice look there. So it is a 113, 111 ball game. We need a response from you, Mr. Edwards. Let's see what you're going to do. All right, we're going to call timeout. Do we get Jalen Green on the floor? Because I realized Jalen Green was not on the floor. We need to get Jalen Green on the floor, bro. 2K, put Jalen Green on the floor, please. And we have put Whitmore, Edwards, and okay, so we did not put Green on the floor still. Okay, interesting. We put Whitmore out there, though. Green might have fouled out. Who knows? But let's see what happens. Edwards has the ball. He is going to take Chet. Oh, my goodness. I think Edwards had a layup, but he passed it to Şengün on the cut, and we tie it up. All right, Şengün, stop celebrating. This is not the time to celebrate. Shea is going to take Edwards again. He's going to pass it out to Giddey for 3. Giddey is going to miss. We have the board with 32 seconds left on the clock. That would have been a huge shot for Josh Giddey. Edwards is going to have the ball. What's he going to do with it? He's going to take Shea. He gets stopped by Chet. Edwards, I don't like where this possession's going. Bro, you're getting walled right now. Jabari has the ball on Case and Wallace. Actually, I like this matchup. Get a screen. Wide open 3. Maybe. Oh, gosh. Wow. Not a good possession at all. Not a great possession at all. 113 to 113. Oh, that sucks. That was a terrible possession. All right, man. We got to get a stop here. 8 seconds left on the clock. Is Shea going to do it to us? Is Shea going to do it to us? I'm going to give it to Josh Giddey. He's going to take Amen Thompson. Josh Giddey, is he going to end our lives here? He hits it. 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Josh Giddey may have just ended us here, man. Wow. What terrible defense, bro. 113 and 116. Let's see what we do in response. Can we hit a 3 to tie the game? Only 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Oh, man. All right, Edwards, I think this probably goes to you, I imagine. Can you hit a 3 to tie this game up? Edwards for 3 in the corner. It's a good look. Oh, my goodness. Edwards hits it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 116 and 116. We're going to overtime. Holy moly. What an absolute shot. We needed that so badly. And Edwards with a clutch jeans to tie the game to force it to overtime. Wow. W. Absolute W. We're not going to watch the full overtime. Let's go to Simcast. Needed that in the worst way possible. Holy moly. I cannot believe that just happened. All right. Let's Simcast this OT a little bit. We're going to slow it down. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to take a nice lead to start things off. But it is a back and forth game in this OT so far. 122 to 122. Let's see. Okay. We're going to jump in and watch the rest. So far, nothing's moving. Tie ball game. Minute 16 left on the clock. Let's see what Lou Dort and the Thunder have in store for us. All right, so Edwards is going to guard Shea again. Again, he did really good. Nice defense, and we're going to get a stop there with the board. Let's go. Let's run this floor up. Jabari Smith Jr. You could probably take... that was Jalen Williams. Edwards, ooh, he stopped for the midi. I did not like that. He does get the board, though. Pass out to Jabari for 3. Jabari is going to hit it. 125 to 122. Wow. I thought Edwards could have just took it all the way to the rim, but he stopped for a mid-range. Shea's going to go ahead and challenge Edwards again. Edwards has the clamps. Giddey was wide open, but he did not take the shot. Chet is wide open to respond, and he's going to do just that. Wow, 125 to 125. Jabari and Chet from the same draft class, number 2 and number 3, respectfully, are out here hitting big shots. It is a tie ball game again. All right, man. Let's see if we can come out here and win this. This is so much better than me playing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'll ever play again after what I'm seeing here. But Edwards, you going to take it to Jabari. Jabari had a lane for a second, and he's still going to get over Lou Dort. Let's go. 127 to 125. Huge shot. Huge play there. All right, Shea's going to have the ball again. Edwards, I love what you've done so far. Playing decent defense again. Chet cutting. Nice block from Şengün. Wow, what a clutch block Holy moly, that block was so insane. Chet had a wide open dunk and Şengün gets his hand in there. What an absolute block by Şengün. That was huge, man. All right, Edwards going to head to the free throw line to potentially make this a 4-point game. We're not out of it by any means. We've not ran away with this win just yet, but man, what an absolute game we have on our hands here. So Anthony Edwards, I actually want to look at the box score real quick, just so Edwards has 38 and Shea 20 and 28. Okay, is Jalen Green fouled out, or is he just like not playing? So he has to be fouled out, right? Yeah, he has 6 fouls. I'm about to say, because I don't know how he's not been substituted in here once, but 4-point game, 25 seconds left on the clock. Like I said, this game is not over by any means. We need to stop here. That would be huge. That would be huge. Half this video is about to be gameplay with what's been happening here. So, all right, man. Lou Dort, you're going to get the ball when he does. All right, Edwards. Going to guard Shea again. I'm going to be honest with you. Moving Uh-oh. Nice def. Oh, okay. Okay, Shea got him. Shea got him this time. I was about to say, though, I think moving Edwards to point guard was like the best decision I ever made because he's been on Shea this whole game, and it's really been really nice, to be honest with you. But Amin Thompson at the free throw line. Huge shots here. He's going to miss the first one. Okay. Can you hit the second one at least, Amin Thompson? He's going to hit the second one. He's going to hit the second one. Okay. 3-point game. As we know, Josh Giddey hit a big 3 earlier. Chet hit a big 3. We need decent defense here, man. 15 seconds left on the clock. Shea is just going to take it to the basket. He's going to miss it. Chet with the big board. Josh Giddey. Wow, Jalen Williams is wide open. He misses it, though. Chet's going to pass it out to Lou Dort for 3. Lou Dort's going to miss it. Oh, my gosh. What a game. What a game. This was the best gameplay I've seen by far. As long as Jabari hits one of these or 2 of these, this is game over. He hits the first one, and that is your ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, what a freaking game. But we escaped this game 7 with the victory. Win or go home. And he is going to miss the... Actually, almost went in, by the way. But ultimately, we're moving on. That's what matters. Edwards wins Conference Finals MVP, while Scotty Barnes wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. What a game 7 that was. But now we get the Raptors. So Harden, Grady Dick, Barnes, Paul Reed, Koloko. That's who they're starting? Seriously? Do they have an injury or something? Wow. So Paul Reed and Koloko is their starting front court. We have no reason to lose this team, in my opinion. Somebody come around, we sweep them. I'm about to say, that team does not look very good. Amin Thompson wins Finals MVP, averaging 22 and 8, 47% from 3. What a game 7 we had with the Oklahoma City Thunder. That is how you end a video, in my opinion. So, just like that, we win a championship with the Rockets. And I feel good about that, man. Edwards' trade was clutch. Moving into point guard was clutch. Him guarding Shea that whole time was awesome. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was definitely a fun rebuild. Thank you guys for watching as always. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.